Hey.
Oh, Alex! Oh, what was that about being a Samoan guy?
I was just bragging.
Right, yeah, we're gonna take some points away for that, Alex. Yeah.
Oh man, just in time for the cameras.
Boom! I was
That's what you get when you start talking
Smack. I should be a Somalier.
Did you take a bath in it?
No, it's only a couple of drops.
Just a couple of drops. All right. I'm just trying to find Facebook. Hi, Brandon.
Hola. How's it going?
Did you get to enjoy this weather today, Brandon?
Yeah, from the comfort of my driver's seat.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah. We had some fiascos with our delivery trucks this week, so I had to play some delivery boy today up in Volusia County. It was fun. At least it wasn't super hot slinging cases out of my car. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we are on, and we're on GG&R this time. Okay, so
imagine that.
Karen's here. Hi, Karen. Hi, Joy. Hey, Steve and Jean.
Hi, wine people. Dear God, we earned this today.
Oh yeah. Well, Joy says I'm outside now by my chimenea. It's lovely out.
I thought it was chimenea.
I know we all say it different, but
chimenea.
I think you're right, but I like chimenea.
Wait, you think I'm right?
Yeah. I did. Well, someone else told me I was wrong before, but I can't stop it. I can't stop saying chimenea.
It's okay. I can't say windmill.
Windmill?
It's not a meal that you eat. It's a
Stop,
meal.
but I can't do it. I like literally. That's my word.
I can't say World War II. World War II. Anyway, I mean that has nothing to do with wine. Brandon, happy to have you. Thank you for joining us.
wow.
Happy Earth Day.
Oh, it's Earth Day.
Yes, it is Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, everybody.
So let's see. We have the Barkers back tonight. It's been a minute.
Cool.
So welcome back, Barkers.
Hello.
Nice to have you. I don't know if we have, we are going to have Julie and Sam on here. I don't know if they're on here yet. They're my new neighbors, but Julie, she might not be on here yet because she's celebrating getting her tenure today. So she might still be
celebrating.
She might be delayed. Anyway, but I just wanted to say congratulations to her and cheers. And now let's drink some wine. What you got for us, Randy?
All right, guys. So, we're thinking of some new ideas, as we've been rolling through this over a year now. Thought of a cool new idea here to start breaking stuff down by climate regions really throughout the world. And tonight's going to be the magic of the Mediterranean. So we're going to be talking all Mediterranean climate regions all over the world. We're focusing today on kind of the traditional and the original areas there that were really started by the Phoenicians, the Greeks, and the Romans many, many moons ago. So when you think about Mediterranean climate, you're talking, a lot moderate to warm temperatures. You're looking at the long growing season there. There's minimal rain during that growing season. All the precipitation's really happening in the wintertime there. So when you're looking at a map latitude-wise, we're focusing on 40 degrees north, okay? So that's including, if you draw that line right across the globe there, that actually includes Napa Valley is considered a Mediterranean climate. You have all areas, a lot of the coastal Italy regions. You have Sicily. You have Northern Africa. The Azores is in there. Of course, Provence Rosé, Provence, France is where we're going to be starting off tonight with Domaine de Cala 2019 Rosé. So that's going to be first up. Now, this is kind of a cool one. a celebrity chef actually owns this vineyard. His name is Joaquim Splico. He's out of Los Angeles. He was awarded throughout the 90s multiple James Beard Foundations and has many, many high accolades in the restaurant world. They actually do not disclose too much on their varietals, other than they do have around, I want to say, about 100 plus acres of plantings throughout. They do source some through contracted growers. What's cool about them is, they're using multitudes of parcels there. So you have hillside and plateau. And really the main thing with the Mediterranean climate, Provence, which we've touched on many times throughout, amazing wines. But what I don't ever really recall talking about is the big wind factor. It's called the Mistral wind. It sweeps down from the northwest all the way down to the southeast. So it kind of starts off in the Rhone area and kind of blows through. And that plays a huge factor on the strengthening of the vines and really blowing more so some of that salinity into the grapes. You're looking really rocky and calcareous soil types that we're used to. I think we've had Figuiere rosé before. This is a little more inland, so it's a little different stylistically. So really similar to the Rhone Valley. Provence grows what's called a garrigue. And a garrigue is basically a collection of all your wild herbs. So you're talking lavender, juniper, thyme. You have rosemary in there. These gardens that thrive throughout Provence and the Rhone Valley. So it's a really cool little mix in there. I mean, we've kind of explored all over with vineyards, and we've talked about their little mini ecosystems that they provide all throughout there. I know, the Santa Lucia Highlands is a really great example in California with the beautiful wildflowers and what they can do there. But yeah, so this is a really smooth, it's fruity, it's juicy, but a really well-balanced wine. Overall, it's pretty classic for Provence rosé. So it's still going to be dry and crisp. And I mean, right now it's beautiful outside. So this should be a killer one to start off with.
And with Provence and that Mediterranean climate, like I know in Provence we saw aqueducts and the Roman aqueducts up there. Do they have a similar dry season as to California and do they depend heavily on?
Yeah, they will. So most of these Mediterranean climates, they're going to always look for a little bit. They're going to look for another source of irrigation method because they're not getting that rain, really. It's a typically dry climate. All of these areas that we're going to touch on today, that's kind of what really separates the Mediterranean climate, opposed to the maritime and continental climate regions throughout the world. So yes, that's why you saw those aqueducts and they will create their own irrigation systems.
Well, Brandon, you've done it again. This is my favorite
Really?
rosé.
She says that about every single one.
You say that a lot, not all the time.
Yeah,
But this is exactly
So
the
pretty.
color
I love the
and
color.
the crisp and this is perfect. I love this rosé.
Cool.
$20 a bottle. I mean, I don't know if I've ever had a rosé from Provence that I didn't like, though. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I kind of started it, with a Provence rosé. I mean, it's the Mecca. It is where rosé, the birthplace of it all. So I mean, I always feel it's always the best and truest representation. With those classic varietals that they're using. Primarily it's going to be Grenache, Syrah, Cinsault in there. So yeah, nice, dry, crisp, floral. You get a little bit of those strawberries in there too, but just a killer wine.
Okay. Joy wants to know why so light colored.
More than likely because they don't really disclose too much of their blend, this is more than likely going to be mostly heavier on the Cinsault, so a little bit lighter red.
Okay.
So, in this is that must be the case then for most of the provincial rosés.
Yes, yeah, that's why Provence typically is a little bit lighter in color. When you're using the lighter red style of grapes, you're getting more of that lighter color throughout. Once you go up into those, if you look at even Pinot Noir rosés or a Cabernet rosé is super dense and super almost magenta colored.
We don't have any of that in the shop, do we? I don't remember.
Cabernets, no.
No. Okay. That'd be interesting to try, just to try.
Yeah.
I probably don't like it though. But
yeah, they have a little more body to them, and you just get more fruit on them, really.
So where are those typically made, or is it just
all over, over the place? Really, it just depends on the vineyard if they actually want to produce Cabernet Rosé. It's not super popular out there. Malbec rosés are kind of growing in the market a little bit with the acidity that Malbec provides in there. But, you're really looking at the true. I feel, when someone asks for rosé, I always point them to Provence.
So I just want to tell everyone the cheese is I went a little bold on this one just to do a little different. So I get a little feedback on what you guys think about that. It's a little bit more bold pairing, I think.
Hold
so
on,
let's see.
If I can get it in my mouth.
I don't know. What do you guys think out there? Did you guys get that? Did you get the brie? The blue brie, the Cambozola.
It works, but it's not your finest.
Okay. I can deal with that.
See, I love that cheese. So
I love that cheese too.
I feel like it's good.
You don't love it either.
I don't love it.
That was a nice try. She's like, I feel like it's
so kind.
good.
Look at me being bold in my feelings.
Oh.
It only took a year. This one's good,
All right.
Brandon.
All right. Okay.
What's the verdict out there?
Trish says she agrees it's bold, but it's good. Okay, good. Joy likes the cheese with it. Bold cheese, light crisp wine, great pairing. Karen says the pairing's good. I like the cheese with a little honey. All right.
Yeah.
If you got the charcuterie, honey on your, you got a honeycomb, so get a little of that honey on your.
That's a good call, Karen.
On your blue brie. I love that. Is that good?
Sounds delicious.
Okay, so good.
So good.
All right, Karen upped it with a little honey.
Yeah.
I love it.
The honey is a game changer.
Yeah, if you've got the
The
charcuterie,
jam
put
would be
some honey
good
on.
it too.
Is that
There's some fig jam there too.
Try
Yeah.
some of the fig jam.
all right? Do you
Okay.
want to try the other little piece here?
Not sure.
I didn't slide on that
Excellent.
one.
Well, this is going to be on heavy rotation for the summer, and which is going to happen in a month, right?
I guess.
2 days.
2 days? Oh, 2
Till
days.
summer.
Yeah.
2
Well, 2
days.
days. Today was amazing.
Yeah.
What, 73 or something? It still would have been good today.
I liked it.
Yeah. Good
All
stuff.
right. Yes.
Success.
Where are we going next?
Where are we next?
Right, guys. We're moving on down to Sicily. So we're going to have Morgante, Bianco de Morgante. So this comes out of Sicily. This is going to be one of the most unique white wines I feel like we have tried. And I'm super interested to see how you guys take to it. So this is it's a white wine made from red grapes, Nero d'Avola, which we've had Nero d'Avola a couple times throughout the tastings with Tosca being the most famed producer that we have out of Sicily. Morgante is number 2 in our book as a Sicilian producer. So this is a really cool one. It is a red grape, but they actually they're making a white wine out of it. And basically how they're doing that is they're just really, really limiting the skin contact going into the press. So that's really it. That's because the center in that juice is clear. Typically in most red grapes, right? And the skin is really what influences the color and the tannins in that wine. So they're removing the skin right off the bat and are using just the center grape itself. So that being said, it should have a little more weightiness to it than normal. This is a family. Morgante is still a family-owned and operated winery. They're actually under the winemaking tutelage of Riccardo Cottarella, which is a very famous winemaker throughout Sicily, and he consults in some vineyards in Italy as well. So you're looking at 1,400 to 1,800 feet of elevation here, so you're pretty high up in Sicily there. Really calcareous, clay soils there. But I think it's very unique for what it is. The most famed, really, red grapes that they make white wine out of, when you think about it, overall is Pinot Noir. You think of Champagne. Champagne is the two driving grapes in Champagne is Pinot Noir and Pinot Meunier. So those are two red grapes in Champagne, always coming out on the clear side. Obviously, they do blend in Chardonnay on the back end of it, but same style as what they're doing here, but without disgorgement and making the effervescence and the sparkling side of it. So a really cool one there. They own a little over 150 acres in Sicily. They're sustainably farming as well. But I want to see. Okay, cool. See, Karen says she likes the body on it. Yeah, you should get some cool, kind of some peachy tropical fruit flavors in there. It should have kind of a good amount of racy acidity, and you have that salinity and that minerality too that you're getting from that Mediterranean climate, that warmer air temp, and all that ocean wind.
So, Brandon, I feel like this has a little bubble to it.
Does it have a little effervescence naturally?
Yeah.
Good, yeah. Through.
You didn't get that?
No.
You don't get that either? Oh my! Does anyone?
Did
get
I
that?
accidentally drop an Alka-Seltzer in there?
No bubbles. I feel like it. To me, it has like a little brut champagne kind of flavor to it. Like that's
It does if you hold it on your tongue.
Yeah.
Like slight.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So this-
fine.
Getting that acidity in there too.
Okay,
Yeah, the
Trish.
nose is like such a bouquet. Like it's
Yeah. This is actually a wine too. Being it's narrow, it's suggested really to use this in kind of more of an aromatic style wine glass. So something more like a Burgundy style Pinot Noir glass, a real big, wider base so you can really get your nose in it. Because it should have the bouquet on the thing should be big and kind of in your face.
So, okay, everyone is agreeing with me. So you guys,
wrong.
Wrong, you're wrong.
I feel vindicated. I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with me?
We need these people around all the time with her, apparently.
So,
See, I'm right.
so in the production process, how do they? I mean, I know. Is it in the crush process they limit the skin exposure?
Yeah. So I actually have notes on it right here. It's crushed and statically drained. It's clarified and then left to settle in 63-degree stainless steel tanks for 4 months, and then it goes 2 months into a bottle and then released.
Away from those skins immediately. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, they get it away because if you recall, Nero de Avola is a pretty big, bold red grape. It's pretty, so that's kind of you gotta get the skin off there really pretty right off the bat, and then you get what's in your glass now, which is a really cool mesh. And maybe in the future too, we could do a little side by side of the red and this white version. I think it'd be a cool side by side.
Yeah.
Maybe if we could do a couple, like same, like
Yeah. Same
yeah,
grapes.
yeah,
Pinot, like Pinot Noir and like
Yeah, but like I don't
A
know.
red and a white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they I don't have any of so Pinot Noir out of California became really popular. They started making this style out of California years ago, and it kind of has more like a gin, like some cinnamon and vanilla clove flavors to it when it's clarified down into the style of a white Pinot Noir. I don't personally have any in the book. It kind of became popular and kind of went away from it for a little bit, but I'll dig in to see the portfolio if we have anything else that's kind of in this style. I think it's pretty cool to see.
Only if it's good.
Yeah, of course.
Do not bring us bad
That's
stuff.
that's why we're doing some Morgante. I mean, we're doing some true Sicilian style Mediterranean wine here.
So I thought that I was being super safe now with this pairing, but now you guys have me like all questioning my taste buds. Well, pour a little bit more. So the pairing is the Saint Angel triple cream brie, and
that'll be good.
well, I didn't want to do I did a brie and a brie, which was problematic in my head, but then I was like, I felt like this was so good with this wine. So I don't know.
Yeah,
now I'm like, I don't know what you guys think, but
It's perfection.
Yeah.
no, it's good. Yeah, it's for me, it was too good. I was like, oh my God, it's so
Because
good.
this you're right, Brandon. This one has like a lot of acidity on it,
Mhm.
and so the pairing with the buttery from the brie, this is like a perfect. It totally changes in flavor.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
It's
All
really
that
good.
acid, the salinity, the minerality in that wine, and then going with that brie is going to be. It should balance itself out really well.
Okay, Trish says we prefer number 2 to number 1, but bring on the reds. Number 2 cheese is delish.
Bring on those reds.
Trish is a true GG&R customer. She's like, bring on the reds.
Got
I love it. That's how we go. But great wines, Brandon. Love them.
Perfect.
I really like that this white. I feel like this would be nice, like in place of a champagne for like a an aperitif or even maybe with a brunch or something like that.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
We have
Good
a special
little starter.
Oh, special guest has arrived. All right, will you
Mikey's here. He got away from the boat somehow.
Somehow she let me out.
All right, you want to sip on?
Okay, all right. So
do you want a little of the white, or do you?
Yeah.
We're moving on to red.
I guess we're moving on to red. Oh wait, these are out of order. Hold on.
Try this one just a little smidge.
Our reds are out of order.
Okay.
What?
Yes, we.
Somebody told me to order.
Oh my God.
Hello,
I can't
sommelier.
The sommelier is
I was like, I should be a sommelier.
Oh, sure.
And he was like popping all these corks, and then as soon as we went live, he like red wine. Yeah.
Cork wasn't nice.
Cool,
Okay.
guys. All right.
Steve says
So everyone seems like they want to jump back into the reds now. Everyone's favorites. So we're going to move north. Now we're going to get out of Sicily. We're flying right back to Provence. We're going to have the Figuiere Cuvee Francois signature series. This is a really cool one. We've had some of the Figuiere from the Combard family. That we've had their rosés in the past. We're talking over 25 years. The Combard family has been running this vineyard here. Really, what separates the Combard family to even Domaine de Cala or a lot of the other Provence vineyards is they are so close to the sea. They're a few hundred yards from the ocean itself. And that actually lies a 5-degree difference between where their vineyards are and then the inland side of Provence. So there's a huge temp difference. You're looking at a lot more wind influence there, and the salinity levels are going to be a lot higher being so close to the sea. So what the Combard family does, Alain Combard, the father and the owner of the vineyard, he has a signature series for all of his children. they have the Magali, they have a Valerie, and they have the Francois. So Francois is what is in your glass right now. He is the son. He actually runs the day-to-day business, the winemaking, the farming. He's kind of puts on multiple hats there, and plays a huge role for the family there in Provence. You're looking at 60% Syrah, 20% Mourvedre, and 20% Cabernet in this little blend. They're using
Syrah, Cabernet, and what?
and Mourvedre.
Okay.
I guess that.
This is so good.
This is way
Yeah.
better than I would.
Really ripe cherries. You get kind of that forest floor on the nose. It's kind of that Bing cherry almost. It's a really cool, fun wine. You know, we did all the Syrahs and went through the Syrah tasting there. So this is a warm climate grown Syrah. So lighter in style, right? You know, these are all averaged out on 15-year-old and older vines that they're grown on there as well. But it's estate fruit, and they do contract with other growers as well. They have long-term contracts through a few vineyards in Provence. So their signature series, they kind of do a little bit of both. You know, they're growing mostly the Syrah there.
So Steve is asking a question, I guess, going back to the Cinsault grape. He wants to know.
Never heard of it.
He said he never heard of it. So
Cinsault is primarily used as a blending grape. So it comes originally all out of the south of France. So it's Languedoc-Roussillon is really where it all DNA links back to. It's definitely really lighter embodied. You know, it's blended really heavily with Grenache and Carignan. That's kind of where you see it the most. They do some productions in the Rhone Valley and Provence as well, obviously. They're fresh, they're kind of punchy, and really kind of floral off the nose.
I have to say, speaking on the nose, this is so good on the nose. Like I smell coffee,
Oh, yeah.
like earthy coffee. It like I mean I
Tobacco.
just want to bathe in it. It's so good. Wow,
Why
I
not?
love this one.
Should we try that later?
It looked like Carrie, the movie.
oh gosh.
It's so
David.
Mike's
good.
back.
So isn't Syrah and Cabernet? I'm a little out of practice. I haven't been here for a while, but those are typically more heavier wines, right?
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, definitely. They're definitely bigger grapes, but being that you are, you know, your lower elevation, and it's very warm climate. So these grapes kind of show lighter in body than your typical Cabernet, like, because we're going to actually end up having some Cabernet at the end of this, and it's still going to be a Mediterranean climate, but you're going to see just a world of difference between the two in these wines.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a lot
Pairing.
better than I would have thought.
The pairing is the Bella Vitano espresso cheese.
Oh, yes.
That's it right there in the
Mike's happy.
corner. Yes.
I already had my-
Yeah. I thought that the cheese and the the smokiness kind of went together.
It's
So
so
good.
good. That cheese. I mean, you can't bathe in cheese, but you will bathe in the wine and like gnaw on the cheese.
All right,
I've seen the sushi on the wood body.
Oh.
We could do that.
you're welcome, GG&R wine tasting.
What are we gonna do when these two are gone on their
Out
boat?
to sea.
Let's tie them in.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah.
join? I mean,
You better.
I know you gotta like we'll pack wine for a month and then you have to come visit us and bring more wine.
Okay.
yeah, every month is one from the boat.
Yes. So Steve says for Boulder grapes, it is surprisingly light in flavor. And I like how you spelled flavor in the British way.
Flavor.
Just
So
like
fancy.
Flavor Kitchen.
Yes.
Flavor.
And the proper English.
I cannot get enough of this pairing. This is so good. I love this wine.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, because I thought it was like it had a little bit of spice, and I was like, oh,
This is a
how are the
flavor.
masters gonna think about this?
That's
'Cause
what
I love it.
This is gonna go on the boat. We
Yeah.
gotta, yeah. We
Okay.
gotta-
That's our main source of sales, so it's important. Yeah.
Okay, good one.
That's a good one, Brandon.
We're just starting the red, so.
Oh, there you go. This looks good.
All right, moving on. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are we ready?
Going down to Etna Rosso.
We are we're flying back to Sicily now. We're going to Mount Etna, which if you guys have seen about a month ago, Mount Etna has been having some pretty crazy eruptions. It has been kind of on a weekly basis, small ones, but about a month ago, they had a pretty large explosion there at the volcano. So definitely check it out. There's some really amazing pictures out there of it. But so we're going to Masseria, Setteporte, Etna Rosso. So this is two indigenous Sicilian grapes. So you're looking at Nero Mascalese and Nero Cappuccio. So those are the two grapes. Now you got to think we're southwest of the volcano there. So you're looking, there's actually pretty cool. The label's pretty awesome. It has a little map of Sicily there. So you're looking at really steep, high altitude grow here. These vines are clinging onto the mountainside there. These being just full indigenous Sicilian grapes there. So you're looking at it's the Portal family that runs this vineyard here. So what they really did, which was a big move in the late 70s and 80s, Sicily, and very similar to like Portugal, they were really big on bush vine growth, right? So they actually changed over their vineyard and really went to the trellis system, the more traditional, what we see nowadays, modernizing it. And they did this in the 70s. So really modernizing and stepping up. And this really helped production of their wines and really help grape growth overall, right? This wine's going to be a lot of cranberry on the nose, those ripe berry flavors there. Should get some pomegranate on the palate. I would say maybe some mint, some chocolate. It's a really interesting wine. You have a lot of volcanic soil and minerality that's really driving these vines. So
I just love what's happening in Sicily with wine.
I love it.
Sicily's knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't tasted it yet, but the nose on this one is fabulous. I'm just taking that in for a minute because that is amazing.
It's like they've been reborn, like with their creativity.
Their
down there.
wine making.
yeah, it's a little underrated too. Italy kind of shadows Sicily there in the wine world and, a lot of things. But, I think Sicily's kind of some hidden gems there.
It's very old world style. Like
Very, very old world, yes.
I feel like this would be on the table. Like
It is,
Mhm.
but a lot of new things
Yeah.
with their vineyards and with their winemaking down there. It's, I think,
see what I mean?
Cherry.
And this is, it's 12 months in French oak, but they're French barriques opposed to the larger barrels that we're used to. So smaller, a little more confined, getting more of that French oak influence in there as well. It sits for about 8 months to a year in bottle before release, too.
That's actually-
Yeah, definitely drier. There's some fine tannins on the back end there, Joy. You might even get a little bit of that kind of green pyrazine level too, kind of on the back of it, on the finish, which is normal. There's a pretty high pyrazine level within Mascalese itself. So really fun Sicilian grape there. And you'll only find it there. They do not, this isn't a grape that they pull out and try to clone and do anywhere else.
Wow, that is amazing.
This is a Cape wine.
Oh,
It's
God,
definitely.
I love it.
I don't know how you can.
Old world, little dusty.
Oh my God, it's
No,
delicious.
it's delicious. But this is definitely a cherry raisin,
Yes.
I'm like
dried fruit.
cherry. Like that's it.
Well,
Like
since you said it, I can't untaste it.
I know that's what happens when somebody says something. You're like, oh my God, that's it. Yeah. Steve says earthy, probably from the volcano.
You're so
Nice
witty, Steve.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, this is
What's the pairing on
Hi.
this one?
Oh, what's the pairing?
If you got the charcuterie,
Can
start
you
with the meats.
move your glass? Okay, this is the Vino Cabra goat cheese. Yeah. So it's got the kind of purplish rind. And it's a goat cheese, like a semi-hard goat cheese infused with red wine. So see what you think about that one. I'm loving that's kind of a newer cheese that I've used a few times here and there, and I love it with all the wines. It's
on the menu last week.
it's a really
It's very
easy.
versatile.
Yeah, you can. I was gonna say it's really easy to pair, but versatile is actually a better way.
That's a really good pairing. I mean, it's a really good pairing.
That
It's
is
a really good cheese. Like
Mhm.
all those goat cheeses that you carry that aren't the goat cheese that I automatically think of.
Yeah,
blow my mind.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
love them.
I know when
Yeah.
you think of goat, you think of me.
No, Alex.
Okay.
I only think of Tom Brady.
That's where my mind was going. I was going to say Tom Brady. That's a perfect opening.
You know I love him.
Oh, I love that. I love that, Troy. She said, "Yay, guessed right on the cheese. I'm getting good at the cheeses." Yeah, yeah. We're not only learning about wine, we're learning about cheeses and the pairing and all that. But I have some like secret cheeses coming up really soon, so I'm gonna throw you guys all for a loop. So
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
From Radcliffe?
yeah, I mean, I was up until almost 1 a.m, like perusing
Cheese?
Yes. Last night.
Not what I would do, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So instead of
I went to
like,
bed at 9:30.
he did, and I was like, well, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna look at cheese online. So yeah. Anyway, love secret cheeses. Yeah, that we haven't had, and they're nowhere around here. I've never seen them, Steve. So get ready.
Like the
Oh,
variety.
you're gonna have to, Steve and Jean. You're gonna have to add the cheese or the charcuterie or something if you want to have the secret cheeses.
So when do they come in? Starting when?
It's a secret.
Monday.
So, starting next week?
It's a secret.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Brandon's like, what are these people going
Sorry.
on?
We just love cheese, Brandon.
Computer just keeps dinging off here with emails. Sorry.
Okay,
This is good. You did good. How's everybody? What does everybody think of this one?
oh my gosh, why is there always like an emergency while we're here?
It's great.
That was like 10.
Oh my,
God.
okay.
All the police cars from Cocoa Beach just left.
Yeah,
Just left the station.
yeah. I mean, you guys know I'm right across from the police station. They all just they're still going.
Oh my God.
All their lights.
I'm going to
every
Rob
car.
Heidi's.
Somebody, stay off the roads and somebody check Wake Up Cocoa Beach, see what's happening.
Do you know about Wake Up Cocoa Beach, Brandon?
What's that?
I said, do you know about Wake Up Cocoa Beach? It's our local news source on Facebook.
No.
Hey, there's a traffic at First Street. Traffic, like cars,
Yeah.
What happened?
Huge pile up there.
All right. Well, I mean, I could drink this wine all night long, but I guess
You have to
we
move
should
on.
move on. I don't know. You guys are ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Ready.
Okay. Fine.
All right, guys, we're moving
I
a
just
little
like-
bit north. We're jumping to the mainland of Italy there. We're all the way on the west side of Tuscany, the northwest side of Tuscany there, really close to the sea. So you're going to be drinking Grattamacco Superior Rosso. So this is going to be a little blend out of there. So a little bit about Grattamacco. They're an amazing, amazing vineyard out of Bolgheri. So they were founded in the late 70s, recently acquired in the early 2000s by the Bartarelli family. So they were one of the first two wineries in Bolgheri. So first one is actually Sicilia, which is the most famed Super Tuscan producer out there. Really what's known about Bolgheri is they really focus in on Bordeaux style grapes, right? So they really love Cabernets, Merlot, Cab Franc is really their big productions there. What Grattamacco did, really, they were the first ones to start imparting Sangiovese and grow Sangiovese in Bolgheri. So they started blending in 10 to 15% into their blends on the back end to really show that true Italian elegance and the power of what Sangiovese can do on these Super Tuscan blends. Also, they're the first ones to plant the white grape of Vermentino. So that's pretty cool. Their wines are all about showing power and elegance in these wines here. So they actually own their vineyard, which is probably around 60 to 70 acres under vines. They are actually on one of two hills that are in Bolgheri, overlooking the Tuscan coast there. So it's a really beautiful area. These are, very internationally renowned Bolgheri properties. This is not a very large area under vines either. So in this wine, you're going to be looking at 60% Cabernet. And then they are blending in Cabernet Franc, Merlot, and then 10% Sangiovese on the back end of it. So this is a really bold, big Tuscan blend. Being that they're the second behind Sicilia, which Sicilia is, if you are an Italian wine lover, I suggest trying to find some Sicilia out there, especially some older vintages. Those are, Grattamacco and Sicilia both have so much press behind them, and they're consistently getting amazing scores. This is French oaked, small barriques. They're 21, 22 months in aging. So, it's an amazing blend. I want to know what you guys think of it. I mean, this is definitely a really special wine.
Wait, I love it.
The best. Oh my God, this
What?
is so
You both
good.
love it?
I love this.
Love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love it on the nose.
Yep.
I had it recently. I had it like last week or a couple weeks ago maybe, and I was just like, I even thought, I was like, why haven't we done this one in wine tasting in any of our Italy? I was like, this is an amazing, amazing vineyard. There's so much prestige behind them. This is kind of their entry level of their Rosso, and then they go into their Superior Rosso and higher. So, definitely something to check out there.
Wow. Wow, that's fabulous. Yeah. No, I mean,
listen, usually we get to number 5 and I'm like, okay, all done. Kate's wines. But
Big wine time.
Big wine time. But this is
smooth.
So well
This
balanced.
is
so
Well
smooth.
balanced.
There's a lot going on in your mouth, but it's super smooth.
Yeah. It's not like that heavy, like dried fruit smoky thing that happens.
Yeah.
This is like,
Right.
this is very good.
And somebody said, I don't know who it was, maybe Karen. Oh yeah, she said this tastes elegant, and I totally agree with that.
Very elegant and power. There's prestige in there. This is it's an amazing, amazing wine. I love it. I love this wine. Kind of turned me right back onto the Italian wine game again.
Yeah, for sure.
Just so you guys know, Kate has this listed for $34, and it should
It tastes like
it tastes like a
60 or
60,
70
yeah,
dollars.
like
Yeah.
Yes.
it's really good.
And the pairing for this one is the flagship cheddar. Did you get that one?
That I already drank.
Oh yeah. Okay, right there. So the flagship cheddar is super creamy, but it's got that crystallization. It's got a little bit of crunch. I think that's going to be a nice pairing. Karen tastes vanilla.
Oh, in here?
I was gonna say licorice.
I don't taste the licorice.
You know?
Mm-mm.
I don't either. I don't taste vanilla either, though.
I don't
But I
either.
can
don't taste
kind of
vanilla.
understand, like on the back of my mouth, like
Yeah,
a little
but-
vanilla,
just a little bit.
like what vanilla does to your. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the right words, but that's what vanilla does to the back of your mouth.
So Brandon, is this one that'll age well too? You can put it away for
Oh
5
yeah. This will hold up for a good 6-8 years in the bottle. You know, this wine, I just had to pull it up because I wanted to make sure I was right. But yeah, Wine Spectator gave it 94 points, Suckling 93 points. So yeah, I mean, these are pretty well rated wine too here, even on their entry level into the Bolgheri game here. But yeah, these wines age well. They probably produce around 50 to 60,000 bottles a year on it. You know, and this is their main driver is this wine here.
So you're saying entry level. So like what is their top? Like
Top tier runs on retail like $80 to $100,
yeah.
maybe upwards. That's what we have in Florida, at least. You know, if you go there, and there's going to be other releases out there that, you know, we can't get our hands on in Florida.
You know what I think would be interesting maybe is like we get back to in-person stuff is to maybe do like a higher price.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In store, in person with you, Brandon. Like
Yeah, we
that-
can do it like a VIP style tasting.
Yeah.
Oh, who's in for the VIP?
Brandon is.
Brandon is
I'm here.
like I mean
I'll wear my Sunday's best and everything.
some of the like you brought so many awesome, you know, wines to us at this price point, but just to be able to like just have a taste of some of those other bottles.
Some of
would
the
be
step
amazing.
ups that we even have that are in the store now, and the producers that we have, and to have that, yeah, to really expose you to a handful of those. You know, we could kind of maybe pick a country of each and have a step up of each producer. I was kind of thinking too, if I'd like to hear some people's feedback on it. Since we did some of the Mediterranean here, maybe, you know, we can float around a little bit, but I'd love to come back to the Mediterranean climate eventually, maybe do the 40-degree south mark. But do you have the 40-degree south mark latitude-wise? That's ranging from Chile all the way through to South Africa and South Australia. So those are some cool ones we could do.
That sounds awesome.
That
Well,
would
that's quite. That reaches into South Africa. That's quite a.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's
South Africa's it's kind of on the border, but it has a really similar climate.
That would be cool. I would like that.
Karen said, "I'm down with VIP." Yeah, you know me. Yeah, everyone, every single person on here is like, sign me up for the VIP. Yes, and yeah. So,
Cool.
so yeah, let's think about that. And I do like that that tasting that you're talking about at the 42.
The lower 40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lower 40 south. Yeah, we can do that. And, you know, we can branch out a little and do that and taste some cool different Chilean wines out there. I know we've done a good amount of South African, but I'm always finding new stuff in the book. You know, we have around 6,000 wines in our book. So, you know.
And I noticed the World Surf League is in Margaret River this week.
Yep. Yes, it is. It's moving on over to Margie. So that's next on the stop. I know. I'm like jealous. I'm like, man, I would love to be over there to watch the contest and drink some wine. That'd be.
The Brevard native Carolyn Marks is killing
Yeah,
it.
she won the last contest. So huge. It's awesome to see. I mean, she's only, I think, 20, maybe 21.
20 or
19? Yeah, she's 19. Yeah, she was the youngest ever female to qualify on tour. I think at 16.
We represent
So,
in the Olympics this year, I guess.
That is so cool.
gosh, that's
yeah, I remember watching. When I used to surf contests a long time ago, I remember seeing her as just a little kid, and she would take out the entire female division from her age bracket all the way up to like the open women's division to the adults, and she was probably like 7, 8.
That girl is so hardworking. I mean, obviously, but Nora did a surf camp where she was like leading it, and she was so good. Nora was tiny, and she was so good with the little girls, but she was talking with her trainer about her regimen and like crazy workout like every day.
Oh, yeah.
You know? I mean, at that time, I think she was 14.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah, 13 or 14.
yeah, maybe 13. Yeah, she was super young, but she was still amazing. Yeah, it was very cool. She was super nice. So I want to say something here. I can't. I don't have on my glasses. I don't know what's happening here, but I want to say for Mother's Day, we're doing a brunch. I'm sure some of you have seen it.
Well, the week before Mother's Day. You're
Oh,
doing,
yeah.
You're doing May 1st.
May 1st. So, and then we will have somebody, Daniel from Wine
Daniel
Bar.
Bearsworth, who did a presentation with you guys already on some of the wine-based cocktails.
Oh,
Our
so
spirit
good.
specialist for North Florida.
So he is actually going to come to the shop, right, Brandon?
Yeah, he's
And-
going to be there. I'll be there too.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So we get both of them, and then
Double dose.
yeah, that'll be awesome. So you guys are going to do 3 cocktails.
Yeah.
To choose from. It's gonna be $10 to come. I'm gonna have a personalized brunch plate for everyone that comes. So there'll be all different kinds of things on there. You will get your own, so you don't have to share with other people or anything like that. We're gonna have lots of seating in here, and and then we're asking for $10 to do the tasting. So you get 1 cocktail and a brunch plate for that. And then if you want to try the other cocktails, then those you'll have to pay for those. But we're going to try to get people to buy tickets for that in advance if possible. I think Christy added the link for that so that we can try to plan out the food and everything beforehand. Because I tend to buy too much.
And it's Saturday, May 1st, 12 to 3.
Oh, perfect. So you can get home and watch the Derby afterwards.
Is that the Derby
It's
day?
Derby day.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so
yes.
And we have so much stuff coming in right now, like so many fun gifts for Mother's Day and just for your friends or, your aunts or whatever. And it's just going to be a really nice time.
And Pam Warner.
Oh, and Pam will be here doing jewelry too. So anyways, if you guys plan on coming, if you could just purchase your ticket in advance so that I can plan the food.
Better. Yeah.
Because
that'd be
I
great.
don't want to overbuy, So
And something we can do too is Kate, I'll get with you beforehand. Maybe we can print up some little recipe cards for people to take home too. And Daniel is an absolute wealth of knowledge when it comes to the wine-based cocktails and the whole entire spirit world. Maybe I'll bring some wines from the samples and pour some wines for some people too. Just a little side thing we can do. So let's we'll make it a good time. We'll have fun for sure.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for doing that. And thank you for these wines. I mean, I don't know.
What were people's favorites?
I mean,
Yeah.
we normally do that, but gosh, for me.
No, I would say
You go.
3,
Uh-huh.
5.
Is your number 2?
Mm-hmm. 3, 5. Whoa. 2, 1, 4. That's what I would say.
5, 3, 4.
1, 2. I
agree.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are together?
Steve went in the reverse order.
Steve, you always do that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He likes the big reds.
Yeah, he only wants red.
It's the big bold reds.
Great job.
Oh,
Really nice.
Joy.
Okay. Oh gosh. Wait. What's happening?
Okay. Steve is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Trish is
3 cheese,
5 wine.
espresso cheese.
Oh yeah, duh.
And 5 wine.
Okay, and then Joy is 1, 3, 2, 5, 4. 1, 3, 2, 5, 4.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
Oh, wine Joy.
Well, Joy said
3, 2, 4, 1.
she likes white better.
Oh,
Karen, we love 5 and 2.
oh.
Okay. Nice.
Cool.
Isn't Karen usually with me?
You can't
Yeah.
go. I mean, any order here is
No, but you're
respectable.
way off.
I mean, there's
Anyway, no, it's interesting.
nobody's wrong here.
You're
Do you hear
you're
Mike?
way off.
Mike goes, "You're way off tonight."
You're way off tonight.
What's wrong with
Now
you?
it's all off.
They're doing spring equinox or something.
Yeah, right.
Okay, anyway, you guys, thank you so much. That's awesome. I'd love to get your feedback. And Brandon, awesome tasting tonight. Loved
Cool.
it.
Glad
Cheers,
everyone
every-
enjoyed it. Hope everyone took away something from it and got to drink some awesome wines.
Yes.
Cheers, y'all.
Everybody.
Have a great night.
Mm. Well, I got to get up and turn you off, so keep talking for a hot second.
Just
This is
ramble.
all. Think about it.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers, guys. Have a great weekend.